Hello everybody, this is going to be my recap video for The Bad Batch episode 9 titled Bounty Lost. And, the episode starts off with the Batch trying to evade Crosshair and, of course, figure out where Omega is. Omega captured by Cad Bane, who was, of course, sent by the Kaminoan Prime Minister, who, doesn't care about her life at all. He just needs the info from her. And he wants her exterminated as soon as that is. The info we know, thanks to Tech, is that she is a pure genetic replication of none other than Jango Fett. She's a pure Jango Fett clone, like we know Boba Fett, and Tech talks about that too. And this makes her the most valuable clone to the Kaminoans. Omega convinces the droid in Cad Bane's ship to let her fix his leg, which she does, and also deactivates him. She's able to get her communicator and get off the ship as Cad Bane lands. She's able to reach communication with the rest of the batch, and it looks like she's on like a abandoned Kaminoan facility. And Cad Bane is, of course, able to catch up to her. He's a very formidable bounty hunter. And he stops her from signaling her position, and he destroys her communicator. And the person there to collect Omega is found dead, though, killed by Fennec Shand, who reveals herself sent by the head of cloning facility. Shand and Bane have a pretty epic standoff, some pretty good fights. And Fennec Shand actually seems to get the drop on Cad Bane quite a bit. Omega escapes in the meantime. She wandered into a cloning lab, and there's some big gross containers in there. She's able to radio her team, but Shan catches up with her. And she, seems pretty sincere, but she implores that she's only trying to, help Omega, which, from what we've seen of her in The Mandalorian, she's not like a bad person or anything. She's just a bounty hunter. Bane's droid comes in, and Shan kicks it into a cloning pod, making the pod unbalanced, and she begins to start looking for Omega because Omega kind of slipped away, but she's pretty good at that. And the pod falls on Shan, and there's this naked alien lands on her. Pretty gross stuff. Omega escapes again, and Shan trails after her, intercepts Bane, and there's some more pretty good fight scenes between them. They did some good they did a good job on this episode, I think, with the animation. Bane's droid tries to catch Omega, but it doesn't really work out for him. She launches it, and it flies for a little bit, but it starts to fall, and thankfully, the batch catch her, and she's really upset, understandably, about the Kaminoans being after her, and Hunter explains that she's really valuable to them, and that's why they're after her. Yeah. And I thought this was a pretty good episode. I know I originally expressed that I didn't want Omega to be like a damsel, which she keeps on getting captured and stuff or getting targeted. but they're also using these as opportunities to show her growth and get better uh, at various skills and stuff. And I think I was correct in that she's going to end up being a very OP character because obviously she's a clone of Jango Fett, a pure clone at that. And, Boba Fett is pretty dang OP, and he's also a clone. So I expect lots of cool stuff from Omega in the future. And with that, I think that's it for the episode, and I'm looking forward to the next one.